Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So if this is one of your first times joining me, welcome. I'm so glad that you have found me. This happens to be one of my favorite lives, this and my card sketches. This is Technique Tuesday. So this is where I will show you a technique. I share a card making that technique, and then I also challenge you to use the same technique, but also where I will post this on my Facebook group. So if you are on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe just down below here. And if you are joining me through Facebook, make sure that you've given StreamYard permission. So welcome to Technique Tuesday. Oh my goodness, you guys. Like I said, this is one of my favorite. I find that it's so much fun to do this, and I kind of explore different ways of doing different techniques, and that's exactly what's going to happen today. Now, beware that this is part of a live, so if you don't like it when I talk with different people, I'm sorry about that, but just watch it on the replay, and then that way you can skip through that part. Remember to give me the thumbs up if you like my video. Remember to share my video. I really do appreciate that. Now, I've got lots on Facebook that I don't know who you are because StreamYard has to have permission through my group. But hello, Pam, and hello to my other Facebook users. All right, so, and I believe there's sound because I've got this down here. What had happened the other day was there was no sound because I didn't have my phone turned on to do any of that stuff. So that was the reason behind there. All right. So we are going to do a stained glass technique, but I don't know if you remember the stained glass technique that I did. It was using vellum, and it's where you would do embossing on vellum, and then you turn around and you color on the back part, and it looks like stained glass, and you use your markers and everything else. But we're going to do a die cut stained glass technique, and I think now this should work. In my mind, this should work. I've had this sort of up my sleeve, and I know that this is going on a blog post on the 21st of March. So that's why I'm getting a lot of this stuff done ahead of time because I get back on the 20th, right? Hello, Felicia, and hello, Donna. All right. So what we are going to do today is we are using a die cut. It gives a more dynamic look than the vellum technique. What you want to do is you want to take a detailed die that has enough open spaces on it. And there's this one, and oh my goodness, where is the other one? I'm going to have to show you the one that I've already done with it. These are the Gorgeous Garden dies. These will work just great on here. This could work, but it really won't. It's too big of an open spot there. I was looking at other ones that I thought could possibly work. And honestly, I think that's about the one that I came up with. Oh, you know what? The dainty, these ones could work in some ways there too. Hello, Lou. Yeah, so, but this one definitely will work with it. So I'll show you what that looked like. This is the leaf one. Very, very pretty. This goes so nice with the notes of nature on there. But this one, I think, is going to be the one that works. It's dynamic. It's going to be dynamic because it's black. And this one is going to have a lot more work per se on here than what normally I would try to have a lot of the stuff done ahead of time, but unfortunately with this type of a die I have to cut it and do everything else afterwards. Hello, Judy. All right, so that's the one that we're using. Now what you need to do is you are also, and I thought, I'm going along and I thought, well, this is going to look pretty. And you know what? I think what I'll do is I'll show you what that part will look like. And I thought of something otherwise. And I thought, oh, this should look just amazing. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. And I'm pretty sure it's going to turn out okay. So I'm just going to bring in a scrap piece of my grid paper. And I just have a piece of basic white. Now this basic white is, I think it's 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm coming in with my blending brushes. Now, I was asked the other day, what blending brush do I use the most? Do I use the big ones? Do I use the small ones? I think, you know, if I was to get and not know exactly what I wanted to use them for, I would get 3 of the big ones and 3 of the small ones. The small ones get in the little nooks and crannies, and these ones just, they spread faster, if that makes any sense. So the colors I'm going to use, remember I'm doing stained glass. So I'm going to use a Melon Mambo, Parakeet Party. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is wild, is it not? And Orchid Oasis. And while I've got those colors out there, these 2 colors are retiring at the end of April. So if you like either one, two-tone floral, Lynn, you know what? Two-tone floral could work, but you'll see why I went for the more open space one. But you're right. Two-tone floral could work. Hello, Laura. Felicia says that she thinks she has those dies, and she hopes so. Anyways, these 2 are going to retire at the end of April. Already, I'm telling people that they're retiring. Lots of other demonstrators are doing the same. If you like these colors, stock up. Remember to get re-inkers for your ink pads. Remember that there's the stamping blends and also the paper. All right, I was thinking that this should work. This one, nothing will come out of these ones. I've cleaned all these. So anyways, we're going to go. We're going to start with the lightest color first. I'm going to come in with Parakeet Party. And honestly, I could do things a little bit different. I can tell you there's another technique that I could use, and I could dye all these parts that come out of here. But honestly, we'd be here until the morning with me putting those pieces together. So I'm just going to come in, and I want this very, very bright. I think the colors are going to make it that way, but I want it to be deep. I don't want it to be a light sort of one like that. I want it to be very, very deep. Hello, Karen. All right, so let's get that good and a little bit more. All right, so there we've got the Parakeet Party, and I can always go back in and switch this up. So then I think what I'll do is I'll come in with Melon Mambo. I know they're bright colors, but these are all colors that I think will also go great with black in itself. I like them together, the colors together. All right, so we got some Melon Mambo. And we're just going to get that in there. And, you know, I could get them in a bit more. And, you know, I didn't quite do that off, but I think we're going to be okay with that. So let's go in with our Orchid Oasis. And this one, I think I'm going to have to, you know, Starry Sky might have worked really good with this too, but, and also Gorgeous Grape would have worked okay, I think. I just wanted to use 2 of these colors that we're not going to be seeing again. It's always so sad when we have those colors, but the beauty of it is we have a bunch of other new colors that are going to be coming in. Now it's rather interesting. I did a training class today, and the one thing they said to us is, oh, do a 30-second commercial when you're doing your lives. And I thought to myself, what would I do as a 30-second commercial? And I thought to myself, well, your blending brushes, like I say, you could get those in packs of 3, which are great. But what we're going to be using next is and most of you that know me and follow me know that I am a huge on heat embossing. So I think on a 30-minute commercial, the best product to show would be our heat tool. It's amazing heat tool. It goes to 2 different levels, a low and a high level. And it works great not only just for embossing, but you can do an awful lot of different effects, which made me think, oh my goodness, why do I not use the heat tool for some effects or some techniques? And I do know of some techniques that do use the heat tool. So that just reminds me, I always think, oh, I'm running out of techniques, but I think I've still got some that I can use here. And that would be using the heat tool. All right. So is that dark enough? Let's take a look. Now remember, this is kind of like it's all over the place, but put this over top and look at that. That is stained glass. How pretty is that, right? Do we want that a little bit darker in some spots? Let's go ahead and get a little bit darker here. And a little bit more with the parakeet party. What type of tool? My heat tool. And I'm going to be bringing that in right now because on this, with this thing here, it is going to be so important that we get this dry. So this is the heat tool. It has the 2 different settings on it. It has the low and then the high. It also has this to make it stand up. But I'm going to just bring this in and I just want to make this. This is a die. It's the Gorgeous Gardens. Yes, you came in a little bit later, Karen. I'll show you where that is in there. This Gorgeous Dies or Gorgeous Gardens are these dies right here. So let's just get this good and dry. And not like this is really going to matter too much with this particular technique. So let's just get those out of the way. Now, like I say, this would look amazing like that. So there's our new stained glass. But to me, that's not quite stained glassy enough. Oh man, is that even a word? All right. So I'm going to come in with my embossing buddy. And I'm going to come in with my Versamark. And I'm going to get Versamark all over this piece of paper. Just like that. You know, just a couple of days left of celebration. Oh my goodness. Where did those 2 months go, right? Really like the new things that they've added. All right. So we are going to come in here. And remember, always when I use my embossing powders, this is clear embossing powder. I don't like using a spoon on mine because of the static. Just going to come put that on there. Let's turn around and get that all on there. Now, my whole thought process behind with putting this clear embossing powder onto this background is it's going to give the look of glass. It's going to give that shine. Because there was another way I could have done this. I could have turned around and let's say I could have put a window sheet on there or a piece of acetate from our stamp sets. But by doing that, what would have happened, and oh my goodness, where did those go? Yeah, I swear my craft room eats up my silicone mat. So I'm going to have to hold this. But this, I think, is a more natural way to have with 2 temperatures, is it? Well, I know it's great for thawing out pipes. Hello, Judy. So then we're just going to get this and see how we're going to get this heat set. And see, it's going to make it brighter. It's going to make it more vibrant. Yes. Makes it less vibrant or more vibrant, more vibrant. You'll see this in just a second. See how this is, anyways, it's just going to be more vibrant, this. Oh, you make me, I make it look easy? Oh, no, not necessarily. But I do love what I do. And I love to share what I do too, right? Now, what I could do is I could turn around and I could do another layer of this clear embossing powder, and that would make it less bumpy. And I'm going to show you that. See how this is got quite a bumpy sort of finish with it. By doing that, it would be less bumpy, but I don't think that it is. I don't really think that that's going to matter on here, but see how that just brings that out and makes that shiny. Now, do you think I should do it one more time? Would you like to see it done one more time? I don't think it's necessary, personally. All right, so then what I want to do is I want to get this onto here. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and glue this. Now, this is going to be, hello, Joanne. I can't wait to see you in May. I have my retreat in May. And Joanne's coming up from the Kootenays for it. Right, so I'm just going to put this glue, and I'm going to really wish after this that I had my silicone mat, but I'm just going to glue this on. Now, I could have gone ahead and used my adhesive sheets, but I'm going to tell you, the adhesive sheets do not stick very well to an embossed thing like this. I've tried it before and it doesn't work, so I thought I'm not going to waste my time and try it again. So let's just put that there. Never thought to put these colors together. Oh my goodness. Do you know, I came up and I wish I had written it down. 2 pieces of cardstock fell on the floor and I went, oh, I love those 2 colors together. Now I can't remember which ones they were. It'll come to me. They were really different colors. Okay, so this is all on the back. We're going to let it kind of set for just a little bit. Remember, we're doing a stained glass. It's a little bit different. I didn't want to, oh, Lada, you like this technique. It really is going to be amazing. Like I say, I could have done this in more subtle tones. Like, remember when we used to have stained glass sort of type stamps? Well, we're making a stained glass stamp. All right, so I'm going to kind of put this in such a way. I'm going to guess line up that one edge along there. And I want to make sure. I know I've got something else, so it'll work okay. All right, see, this is what I mean. I'm going to wish that I had my silicone mat down there. This will be okay here. So I'm just going to let that down there. We'll see you later, Lila. Thanks for coming. Yes. Thank you. All right, so we have that. Like I say, and then I thought, oh, that's going to be great. We're going to put it on some Melon Mambo cardstock. I thought, yeah, that's going to be good. But then I started thinking and I went, okay, this kind of looks stained glass-ish. But then I thought, I can make this look even more like a stained glass window, and I think it would look amazing. So this is from the Meandering Meadows, and I am going to come in and I am going to lay that right on there. And does that not look like a stained glass window? Is that not gorgeous? I'm sorry. I just think that that is so pretty. So then what I'm going to do is I am going to go and cut this down. And I thought to myself, oh, I can't use a paper trimmer. I'm going to have to use a guillotine cutter. Now, this is something that we had as a promotion for joining a couple of years ago, but I'm going to use it because I could have brought in my other guillotine as well. So this is 5 1/4 by 4-ish. So I am going to just cut this down. I'm going to cut this part off. And that's going to be on there good and tight. We want to make sure. Yeah, I can cut this part off, and then I can go ahead and just figure out where that's going to go, and then I can trim the other part off. All right. Honestly, I think this is an amazing, and I didn't see it anywhere, so I kind of made this up on my own. So we'll see what you think. Like, if you've seen it somewhere else, let me know, because I'd like to give, well, I didn't find it from anyone else. So, all right. So this is, like I say, this is that frame from Meandering Meadows. So we can go ahead and put that on there. What's going to fit on there? Good. This is a little crooked there. So I'm just going to come in and use that guillotine. If I used my stamper trimmer on this, I'm telling you right now, what would have happened, it would have torn the die. So that's why that is so important. Like I say, when I was going to do this, I was going to use a window sheet or the acetate. And then I don't know why the embossing never came to me at that point. All right. So this is just going to go on here like so. Now I have the choice. I can pop this up so it looks like a window frame around there. And you know what? I'm going to give it a try. Why not? So I am going to come in with my black dimensionals, and we're going to go black on black. And we're going to use a few, and I'm okay with that. I'm going to pop that up. And one here. Thank you. And maybe we can put one little one here. Like I say, if there's a technique that you'd like to see, this one was an alternative because I'd done the stained glass before. And I had to come up with another stained glass one. So that's how this came about. And then this was in the middle of the night, this frame. So, and also the talk that the paper pumpkin, the one that's going to be closing on March the 10th, corresponds with this Meandering Meadows. So if you like that Meandering Meadows, I can probably almost guarantee that this paper pumpkin is going to be great. Oh, Felicia, extra thick embossing powder. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I wish we carried it. There is a lot more techniques with that. I know you don't need extra thick on this particular technique because I just use plain clear embossing powder. But the cracked glass works amazing with that. Another one is a faux metal, works great with the ultra thick. Whoops, that was not good. So yes, there's that sort of stuff is really good. All right, let's get these off. Right. Yeah, I'm very excited to show this on my blog for that technique class. All right, so I'm just going to fill that in. I'm just going to see, is that, maybe I could, excuse me, just cut this a bit so it's within just under 4 inches. There we go. That'll work better. Sounds like that needs WD-40 too. I don't know if you want to put anything like that onto that sort of stuff. Okay, so this is just going to be layered onto here. Oh my goodness, you guys. I don't know what it looks like there, but oh, so stained glass. It is glassy and glossy, and then I thought, wow, geez, that's going to be pretty on Melon Mambo. When's the last time that you used Melon Mambo, right? So that's going to go right onto that card. You know what? I want to trim this off. I didn't get that on there very good. Take my glasses so that I can see here. So I have one more technique to do before I leave. And that's going to be part 2 of that color and drag technique. And you're going to not want to miss that one either. Okay, let's do this. Just right like that. Oh, I am loving this. Gee, it's too bad that I have to wait till then to put this on. This would be really, really pretty on a different card. Maybe what I would do is maybe do another card with it. Use maybe the leaves. Oops, we have glue going on here. All right, so I have some in the middle. I'm not sure even what I should put in the middle of this card. It's too bad I didn't save some of that I cut off. That would have been so pretty to go along the bottom of that card. Note to self for the next time, right? So I'm not sure what I'm going to put in there, but I will tell you that then I want to go and put in a sentiment on here. And I think thank you might be a good sentiment to put across here. And I haven't used this. Yes, the Melon Mambo does make it pop. I haven't used this. I think I'm going to use this thank you on there. And I was going to use white, but that was silly. I think the best would be black. Oh, thank you. Let's just go like that. And I'm going to cut this down. And I'm thinking 5/8, no, half, 5/8 of an inch. Half an inch, 5/8 is going to be a good size. There we go. So, and then we need to use our embossing buddy. Now I've got to make sure that I get this in here straight. Using a strip inside, yeah. You know, it would be so pretty with a strip inside. I may have to make another card just to put that in the inside. Really. Let's see if I can get that straight. Whew, not bad. And we'll come in with our black. Oh my goodness, do I have my black here? Oh, I do. All right. So just another thing, if you're have tried to put the Basics embossing powder into your cart, Stampin' Up has now announced that they're out of the black, the Basics, and it's a number that's changing. Oh my goodness, I got a halo on here, you guys. Can I get that off with it not showing? Let's just see. I don't know if I can or not. I may have to cut that. I don't know if I'm going to like that because it's got that white bit there. All right, I'm going to give it a try, and we're going to go from that. So again, back to embossing. I tell you, learn how to emboss with heat embossing, and the sky is the limit for techniques, because there are so many techniques that you can do with embossing. There we go. So there we go. And I'm going to just see if I can trim this off still, because I don't like that. I can see the halo mark, and it's not ink. It's okay, it's no ink on there, but it's the Versamark, and it's got a watermark on it. So let's go and cut this. We'll just cut this one down just a bit too. There we go. All right. I am excited about this technique. This technique turned out exactly how I wanted it to turn out. It really, look at that. Just so simple. That part is so simple. All right, so we have that. And then we should have, I know they're here. Wow. There's these, and these I think could be retiring as well. Hello, Margaret. Yes, that's a gorgeous garden dies. All right, so let's go and put a black dimensional there. Right there. Just there. And then this is, well, I think it could work. We'll give it a try. Hello, Leona. Now, these are black. They're speckled, so I don't know how that's going to look on here. So we'll see how that looks. Oh, it's not bad. There we go. So what do you think of the stained glass? We're going to call it Diane's stained glass technique. I don't know if anyone's ever done this, so I have no idea. Awesome. So I hope you like that. Okay, so what's going to happen? This looks like this is because I haven't got that filled in properly on the inside. So let me go in here and see what we've got here. Remember, if you like that, give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate that. Remember, if tomorrow morning, this will be at 9:05 Pacific time on my Facebook group. Now, the link to the Facebook group is down here below. It is a closed group because all groups have to be closed. Just be a member of that. And then what you can do is go to the file section and download. Now, this happens to be number 92 that I've done in there. Yes, for sure. Watch the replay, Margaret. Thanks. That card should be entered into a contest. Well, maybe I'll put that on the international highlights. Yeah, that might be the one that I'll put on there. And then I got to do another one for the other tutorial. But that's okay. We can do that. We can make that work. All right, you guys. Like I say, remember to give me the thumbs up, share my video. If you live in Canada and you're not working with the demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. And if you have any questions or any different ideas, make sure that you reach out to me. And maybe I can show off a technique that you would like. If I've already done that technique, I'm going to do another work around that technique. All right, you guys, have a great day. Bye for now.